Cavaliers Live is presented by Wayside Furniture. Another shot of Elvis. He is the king down in Memphis. We're still in line from our producer. The Cavaliers, kings of the NBA. They have now recorded 16 straight victories. They improved to 56-10 on the season. The wins keep on coming. Hi, everyone. Welcome into our FanDuel Sports Network studios. Alongside Mr. Cavalier, Austin Carr, I'm Kaylee Griffin. It's the Cavaliers with a 133-124 victory over the Grizzlies here tonight. They get the season sweep. And Austin, let's be honest. Off camera, we have talked about with each passing game, when is this going to end? Because naturally in the NBA, you lose games. But at this point, it feels like this team may never lose again. What are you learning about the Cavaliers with each passing game?
That they're very consistent with their game plans and very consistent with their style of play. They do not let other teams take them out of their game. At the beginning of the season, you saw a little bit of that, not a lot, but now they play their game. They don't care what you throw at them, because believe me, Ja was off the chart tonight. 44, something like that, some crazy number. He was off the chart, but the Cavs did not let that bother them.
The Cavaliers now 56-10 on the season. Just remarkable. 7 Cavaliers scored in double figures, led by a double-double from Evan Mobley. He's standing by with Serena Winters.
Thanks, Kaylee. Evan, you guys were putting this game away pretty much from the start of the second quarter. Were you guys sick of comebacks?
We try to come out here, come with energy, and play together like we always do. And we're knocking down shots today and playing pretty good defense. And that's what made us come out with the win.
More franchise records set tonight. Let's start with the first one. 16 straight now. Look, how do you just explain the historic streak that you guys are on?
I think it's just a testament how we're playing together. Everyone's involved. We're just going out there playing our brand of basketball, not worried about the records necessarily, and it's just coming out this way.
I know you're not worried about the records, but we happen to know them, so you've got another one. 11 straight road wins. That's also a franchise record. Hey, it's one thing to be a great team at home, but to be a very solid team on the road, what's the key to that?
Yeah, I think that's one of the hardest things in the league is to travel and to play the same way in a different crowd, different arena. And I feel like we've been doing that pretty well. I feel like the team energy, we bring that camaraderie and that team aspect to the game. And I feel like that's the biggest aspect of why we're winning.
Yeah, I mean, you look at tonight's game as an example, 7 players in double-digit scoring. What does that say about how really everybody on this team's contributing every night?
It's just depth. We trust everyone every single time we pass the ball. We think it's going in, and we just got to keep playing that way.
Evan, you perform, it seems like, every time you played the Grizzlies. Hey, when you think about your first game in the league here in Memphis and you as a player then, and to see how much you've grown today, what comes to mind?
Yeah, it's honestly surreal. It's crazy. This is my first game ever in this arena, and it was a treat. It's always a treat to come back and play in here. And I don't know. I guess I like playing against Memphis.
Let's keep it rolling, huh?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, you, Kaylee.
Serena, thank you. Well, there it is. 16 straight victories for the Cavaliers. That now sets a franchise record. The previous being 15 that the team had set in the first 15 games of the season. It is just unbelievable. For more on tonight's game, let's head back out to Memphis now as we welcome in John Michael and Brad Doherty. And guys, maybe you can describe it better than us, because honestly, at this point, we are pretty much at a loss for words.
The hits keep coming.
It's wild, Yeah, we talked about it early. I mean, the Cavs haven't lost since 5 days before the Super Bowl. I mean, it's crazy how many games this team continues to win, and in different spots. There are some themes, though, Brad. I mean, in terms of what this team does well. The three-point shooting has been terrific all season long. They're number one in terms of three-point accuracy in that bench. The depth, you guys talked about it. The Cavs continue to come at teams in waves, and tonight was no different at all.
Yeah, and the commitment to the defensive end, John, has just been spectacular.
Yep.
And what happens, what's interesting is you get the starting 5 and they do their thing. But when we go to our bench, sometimes it just elevates us even further. We lose nothing. And like I say, sometimes the plus-minus goes through the roof because the bench just responds. DeAndre Hunter came in, was just fantastic. Sam Merrill made big shot after big shot after big shot. I mean, Ty Jerome was phenomenal with the basketball. And so you get to see that. And Kenny Atkins is just sitting back like a puppet master, pulling the strings on all these guys and putting different people in different positions to be successful. And the supporting roles were just phenomenal tonight, and they've been that way all season long.
Just look at the numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, they speak for themselves. Javonte Green, once again, gets meaningful minutes, and that pays dividends as well.
It is, and Sam Merrill, big shot after big shot. DeAndre Hunter, his aggressiveness, and Ty Jerome. Got a little rest, got those legs fresh, came back, and just absolutely took it to Memphis.
We talked about this in the pregame show, guys. Kenny coming out of break said there are a few areas where I feel there's a little bit of slippage. We need to get a little bit better. One he pointed to was rebounding. This team in rebounding percentage has moved up 5 slots, and defense. And that defense that you talked about, Brad, since the break is the #1 rated defense in the NBA.
Yeah, we're always going to be at the top of the list when it comes to offense. We got so many guys that can score the basketball, but when you creep up there and you're the #1 defense in the league, it's just a problem. We're going on the road and beating people like this. You go on the road, it's hard to win games in someone else's place. And, we score 130 points tonight here in Memphis. We're just beating people in their own arenas, getting down and coming back and beating them on the road. That says a lot about this basketball team. And like I said, there's no more room on the bandwagon. I got my spot.
11 straight road victories. That's a franchise record. That streak's going to continue on into this 5-game road trip the Cavs are about to embark upon. 16 consecutive overall. It's wild, guys. It really is the way this team's playing basketball. 56-10 and coming on home for that Sunday matinee against the Magic.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. John,
Yes.
Brad, thank you so much. Safe travels back here to Cleveland.
Right.
Well, Austin, they talked about the depth of this team and the bench in particular, but how about the ball movement? Everyone getting involved, regardless of whether it's the starters or that second unit. The Cavaliers finishing with 32 assists on 44 made field goals. 8 different Cavaliers had multiple assists here tonight. What allowed for such movement on and off the ball tonight?
It's called playing without the ball. The Cavaliers have gotten themselves a bunch of guys who understand how to play without the ball. When to cut, when to back off, when to go to the corner, when to come back off the ball. They have been all schooled well in their basketball careers to understand that playing without the ball is just as important to have the ball. As a matter of fact, these guys love playing without it more because they get to those open spots very easy.
Yeah, this team is so unselfish. We saw that here tonight. Again, 32 assists on 44 made field goals. Cavaliers shooting 50% from the floor and knocking down 19 triples as well. Just a total team effort and dominant from start to finish. And more to come here on Cavaliers Live. The Cavaliers taking down the Grizzlies here tonight, 133-124. DG back in tennis. Conference is presented by Wayside.
They still have.
I think being in Nashville for a couple of days helped us help beat the monotony. Guys were locked in and just they're playing with joy. We're obviously talented. We're very skilled. We're connected, and we play with an enthusiasm. But with that, like you said, you got to come out with force and focus, and we did kind of all the above, and it was a stellar performance.
To turn in performances like this on nights when Donovan's not even with the team, I mean, what does that say about what you have?
I just go back to our roster. We have so many guys. We go so deep. You bring a next guy in, he plays well. Sometimes you bring another guy in, he plays better than the guy that was in. It just speaks to our roster, and it's you kind of know when something special is going on. We got something special. And besides the basketball, right? The group is together. No one's pining for more minutes, or I didn't run this play. We're just really doing a great job.